What is
Absolutely.
purpose? So I forget, I might have just got this on Google,
Awesome.
but I might have wordsmithed it a little bit. I forget. So purpose, the reason for which something is done or created, or for which something exists. So the reason. And in business here, or in our personal vision, we call it our why, or your why. So why do you think having a purpose is important, Keola?
Well, I think it's coupled with a couple things, coupled with two things. One are your values and your moral compass in your direction and what you want to go.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to have some sort of pillars in your decision making to really define what your purpose is, the why behind it all. So I look at your values as your moral compass.
Yeah.
Your why is the fuel.
Yeah.
For those values.
Yeah.
So, that is the genesis, if you will, of your purpose is the why, the underlying tone that then fuels, whether or not you want to get up in the morning and go to the gym.
Yeah.
You may not want to, but you want a better result in your health category of your value, right?
Yeah. What's your why behind that?
Or exactly. Or your relationship with your wife, right? Or, your spirituality with God, or, whatever you might believe in.
Yeah.
So you have to have some sort of direction, but why do you want to have that relationship with God? Why do you want to have that relationship with your wife? Why do you want to have that relationship with your children? And so, finding out what that is is super important.
It is.
Super important.
It is. To me, it's just this, it creates fulfillment as well when you're living out your purpose and your why. And if you're just doing to do, it's, I just don't think you're going to live a fulfilled, truly happy, powerful life. Let's talk through how to find your purpose and some questions that we use, in our personal visions and in the business to figure out why the heck we're doing what we're doing.
Sure.
Right? And it has to be something deeper and more powerful than making money. Has to be.
Yep.
Otherwise, it's not powerful enough force to push you through these hard times that we're talking about. Okay?
I agree.
So simple question. These might sound a little vague, and we're going to ask you guys to help maybe contribute and answer these questions in the comments below. We'd love to hear that. But a couple questions. So why you do what you do. What you do could be in business. It could be in the morning. It could be all day, every day. It could be at night. It could be how you parent. Why do you do that? Answer that question. It's a tough freaking question to answer, but why do you do it?
It has to be to the core of your existence. And I've had to work on this with myself by asking myself continuously, why am I doing what I'm doing?
Yeah.
It's definitely not to make money.
Yeah.
It's to make an impact on the world and to put my stamp on the world in some way.
I love that.
Even if it's through a ripple effect. And I think that's what's beautiful about Prosper Company is that here's the vehicle and here's the opportunity to leave our stamp in the world through whatever it is.
Right? It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't.
That's the thing. It's not what you do. It's why you do it. And you can turn most anything out there into the right vehicle to go live out your purpose. And that's a cool thing.
But I think sometimes people need an example of that.
Yeah.
A template, if you will. And
yeah.
I know I did when I first got started, in our business.
Yeah.
In that. So, I needed to be around in proximity to people that were crushing and business in all areas of life.
Love that. So why does your company exist? Maybe you're a wholesaling company that is truly, truly passionate about showing homeowners another way to sell their house to get them out of very challenging situations. Yeah. Maybe you're super passionate about that. Maybe you're passionate about selling those wholesaling houses to investors who are building up their family wealth and by acquiring these properties. Right. There's so many different parts of this that you can be passionate about. It can be your fuel, your purpose.
Or maybe you're a veteran, right? And you want to provide affordable housing to veterans.
100%.
And, that could be why your business exists.
Yeah.
Is that it's veteran driven because you can relate with those individuals going through whatever they went through. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe you can help out with the healthcare side of it too,
Yep.
to help get them, proper assistance
Yeah.
that they might need. Right?
There are
So
there
that's
are
maybe why your business exists.
there are needs out there in the real estate world specifically. Quality housing is, and affordable housing is a need.
It's a need.
It's another
basic
question:
need.
what causes are you passionate about, or problems you are passionate about solving? We just got into some of that. Affordability.
Maybe it's senior housing.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a medical professional, and that's a language that you speak. So that's authentic to you, and that's what you want to do. That's what you're passionate about.
Yeah.
So you want to provide housing to maybe midterm rentals,
Traveling nurses,
or maybe you want to do senior housing, maybe senior assisted. We have a member of our community. She's absolutely passionate about helping seniors, senior housing, affordable senior housing.
Yep.
More like a pad split kind of thing, and that's what she's working on. Her and her husband, Andrew and Rhoda.
Yeah.
So how cool is that? That's why they exist. That's what they're passionate about. That's their purpose, is to provide housing. And they're finding it on this journey, and that's so beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And
cool.
it doesn't have to be real estate. This is obviously real estate focused, but maybe you're passionate about stray animals, dogs. You know what I mean? And you can start a shelter or something, or find some sort of avenue there. You can find an avenue in anything that you're passionate about and make a business out of it, or hell, just do it because you love it.
How do you want your investments to make a difference? I mean, you've done it, and doing it is provide temporary type of housing for people that are going through transitional living.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in the foster care system, and they just need a little bit, a hand up, not a hand out, but a hand up, and you're able to provide that type of housing for them, so that they can then get into the workspace and have that support in that system.
Yeah.
So that could be an area of where your investment makes a difference in people's lives.
Oh my gosh.
How cool is that?
It's so cool. There's so many examples of
you
that.
guys have done that.
Yeah, we have. Not a ton, but we've dabbled in it for sure. And I think
It's remarkable.
there are a lot of people out there that either, can't get qualified for a rental, or can't, get qualified to purchase a home. So what does that look like for those people that can't get qualified to purchase a home? There's so many cool things you can do. You could do the turtle method, right?
Turtle method.
Yeah,
Let's go.
you could become the bank and seller finance these people and help them build their credit so they can someday down the road be bankable and able to get their own loan. And you are the bridge between them being stuck and being bankable and opening up so many opportunities. And the last question is to ask yourself, what positive impact do you want to make on our world? I think that's a deep one, and a lot of people, it's hard to even think that big, and it's okay. You can start small. You can talk about raising your kids. I want to me it's lifting up people and just building confidence and empowering people, and that's why I feel like I'm in the right role and position.
Yeah,
and building a company.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. It goes into the book we're just finishing up, Tribe of Millionaires, where you're talking about what impact are you going to make on the world from not just from a financial aspect or real estate driven, but through your own actions, through your own example.
Yeah.
And so I think that's it's pretty simple, right? That's a very basic thing that you can do. Just be a good person. Be a kind person.
Yeah.
How hard is it to be a kind person?
Yeah. Doesn't take any extra effort.
It's free.
Yeah.
Hey, Lucas, how you doing today?
Yeah.
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah.
You asking that question, as small as it is, could change someone else's direction in their life.
It could.
And it's happened before. And,
Yeah.
And I have some.
You're
a few
great at
examples
that.
of it.
You're great at
Life.
that.
Yeah. Always ask.
I love what you said about values there. I think values play into this. I look at it, purpose is your why, and your values are your, what you believe in and your behaviors on how you live out your why.
Yep.
That's how I look at it.
Moral compass on what you decide.
Exactly.
Whether or not you're gonna, whether or not you're gonna be truthful and honest with, your kids and telling, guiding them on their journey of life is you know what I mean? That's the tone that we need to set. That's going to decide on whether or not if they see you doing bad things.
Yeah. I
and
think
you're not morally right.
Let's call that integrity. And that is a value. And your why behind that could be, hey, I want I want to build my children up to be better versions of myself, the most powerful people they can be to help contribute to the world and the universe.
Right.